Alright guys, well welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the live, my name is Randall. This is the McClures. We react, review, we make fun of, we laugh at stuff. Links are in the description if you want to help support or follow me on social. If you don't want to donate $1 to a bearded guy to help him keep streaming, then shopmcclures.com. Go buy something for yourself. That'll also help me out. We sell quality American stuff over there. Go check it out. But today we're going to be getting into this story on the lost sub. Everybody's been talking about it, so I figured we should probably dive into it and figure out what the hell is going on. Yeah, Tom's Key might be the place where I got the key. You might be right, Amik. You might be right. But this story I found interesting. This was just posted by the Post Millennial, June 21st, which is today. And it says, it was a suicide mission. A German adventurer recalls his past experience aboard Titanic exploring submersible, now lost at sea. So here he is. Oh, let me make it bigger. You guys can see. So he got a picture of the Titanic front. Here's him in front of the submersible there. And that probably has nothing to do with it because they just do that. But while an international effort is underway to rescue those on board the Titanic exploring submersible that has been lost at sea, a German adventurer who once went on the same exploration called the voyage a suicide mission, as officials race against time before the vessel loses its oxygen supply. Arthur Lobel, 60, told the German outlet Bid that he went on the voyage in August of 21 and immediately noticed a slew of concerning red flags. I was incredibly lucky back then, the Bavarian entrepreneur said, recalling his experience on board the Titan submersible that tours the famous Titanic wreckage 12,000 feet below sea level. It was a suicide mission, he exclaimed. The first submarine didn't work, then a dive at 16,000 meters had to be abandoned. He told the outlet he went on the underwater expedition with 2 passengers that are currently trapped aboard the missing vessel. Oh, so on his mission, 2 of the people that are currently trapped were also on his mission? Why are they going back then? The French Titanic expert Paul Henry Nargolet, 73, and the Ocean Gate CEO Stockton Rush, who's 61, are the 2 men trapped with 3 other passengers in the vessel, which authorities believe to be located around 350 miles off the coast of Canada. While the vessel was about to launch, Lobel explained that the submersible had a series of electrical issues which resulted in a 5-hour delay. In addition to those issues, the entrepreneur, who paid $110,000 for his ticket, said that the bracket of the stabilization tube had to be reattached with zip ties. The stabilization tube balances the submarine, according to the outlet. You need strong nerves. You mustn't be claustrophobic, and you have to be able to sit cross-legged for 10 hours. He said of his experience, explaining that those on board the vessel are most likely going through a hard time. It must be hell down there. There's only 2.5 meters of space. It's 4 degrees. There's no chair, no toilet, he explained. Those aboard the Titan submersible, which have been missing since Sunday, include the British billionaire Hamish Hardig, Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood, and his 19-year-old son, I assume the heir to his fortune, and 2 passengers previously mentioned. As of Tuesday afternoon, the submersible had around 41 hours of oxygen supply left, according to the New York Post reports. Interesting. Let's see what, what's Pretty Boy's name? I forget.
What could possibly have happened?
Worst situation is, something happened to the hull, and our fear is that, it imploded at around 3,200 meters.
And is there anything that the U.S. Navy can do right now?
No. I mean, I don't see anything that can happen at this point. I mean, I'm trying to be, somewhat cautious and, don't want to basically be the naysayer of what's going on. But when you're talking 6,000 pounds per square inch, it is a dangerous environment. More people have been to outer space than to this depth of the ocean. And when you're diving in these situations, you have to cross your T's, dot your I's. You have to do everything absolutely perfect and by the book. And throwing a bunch of tourists in a new sub that was just created over the last several years, it's not looking good, Jesse.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us in this tender time, and we're going to be praying for everybody on that sub. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you so much.
Interesting. So I'm not sure what his correlation is. I don't think he was the German dude. I think he had something to do with Coast Guard, Coast and Rescue. But pretty interesting stuff. So the German adventurer basically calling this shit a suicide mission, and he's surprised people haven't already died. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting stuff. Let's check out this next article. So this one says billionaire father and son are among the 5 people missing aboard the Titanic sub as a desperate search continues. A billionaire father and his son has been named among the 5 people on board the missing submarine that disappeared on Sunday while heading to a voyage to view the wreckage of the Titanic. One of Pakistan's richest families. It just says family money. Has the American government been paying him for the last 20 years with Afghan money? He runs the telecom and agriculture focused Dawood Hercules Corporation Limited, as well as the Dawood Foundation, an organization focused on education access in Pakistan. A large fertilizer company. Interesting. He was also an involved member of the British Asian Trust, a charity started by the British royal family. Okay, so we got the Pakistani billionaire dude. Alright, who is Shahzoda Dawood, one of Pakistan's wealthiest men on board the missing Titanic submersible? Alright, well, he's into fat white chicks. Okay. Wait, he's only 48? Interesting. It's pretty young. Alright, so his company produces fertilizers, food, and energy. Global texting marketing from Philadelphia University. He's also the vice chairman of Dawood Hercules Corporation, which makes chemicals. He was born in Pakistan, moved to the UK to study law at the University of Buckingham. Most prosperous clan in Pakistan, strong links to the UK. Okay, interesting. Alright, so Pakistani billionaires with ties to the UK, whose operations are in chemicals and farming. Okay, interesting. Alright, so the CEO of Oceanic, forgot his name. Not Harnish. What's the other guy's name? Alright, looks like they are picking up a noise. So that's good. As part of Canadians' force support for the search for the missing submersible 380 NM south of St. John's, NL, and ARC FCAF CP-140 Aurora from 14 Wing Greenwood, NS is providing surface search and subsurface acoustic detection capabilities. Okay. So a plane in the sky is going to find the sub under the water. It's fucking one way to do it, I guess. U.S. Coast Guard has provided a prediction of the time they think the oxygen will run out in the Titan, which is at 7:08 a.m. local time. 12:08 p.m. in the UK. precise point in which the sub must be recovered if there was going to be any hope of rescuing the people on board. Those carrying out the search and rescue operation have vowed to hold on to hope until the very end. The time has been calculated using OceanGate's figure of 96 hours for the length of the emergency oxygen supply. However, the Coast Guard has said that the time may vary depending on how quickly or slowly the passengers consume it. So they're down there in one of those crazy situations, you know what I mean? Do we kill 2 people so the air lasts longer for the other 3? What do we do here? What do we do here? All right, let's see who this guy is. Stockton Rush. Daredevil CEO of OceanGate, one of the 5 on board. All right, 61-year-old guy. Questions are now swirling about some of his decisions relating to the submersible. Rush has described himself as having been born into wealth and then grew it, according to a 2017 Bloomberg profile. The grandson of an oil and gas magnate, he became a private investor alongside working in aviation, earning his pilot's license at the age of 19. In 2009, Rush founded OceanGate Expedition, which remains a private company, with entrepreneur Guillermo Sonlin, who's since left. But according to Bloomberg, per OceanGate marketing copy, the company is dedicated to direct human exploration of the undersea world. I founded OceanGate when I discovered that you really can't go in a sub other than a tourist sub in Hawaii. Rush previously told the marine tech company Teledyne Marine on its podcast, going underwater beyond scuba diving depth is something that's not really accessible, and I wanted to change that. I want to change how people relate to the ocean. Okay. So he grew up in San Francisco, planned on exploring space. But he realized the stars weren't his dream, the deep sea was. He's a billionaire's kid. Maybe he found out that fucking space program's bullshit and can't actually go to the moon. And he was like, fuck. Alright, well, let's check out the water. Let's go check out the water. We know we can go there. Oh, he's a climate change fucking retard? Okay. We gotta understand how the planet responds to climate change. Uh-huh. Idiots, dude. Alright, so how does he make his money, though? Just OceanGate? That doesn't seem like a profitable company. That seems like a toy for a billionaire to play with. What's his name? Stockton Rush? Alright, let's look up this guy. Florida couple filed lawsuit against OceanGate CEO for a canceled Titanic trip. Okay. Alright, so among multiple lawsuits and whistleblowers now emerging over the company, a Florida couple is making headlines for their February lawsuit against the now missing OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush for a Titanic voyage that never happened. Mark and Sharon Hagel alleged Rush of misleading them about their trip to visit the wreckage and refusing to refund their money when they backed out, despite being told that they could get their money back. Mark Hagel is the chief executive of a residential and commercial property development firm called Tricar International. The Winter Park real estate firm develops housing, shopping centers, warehouses, medical facilities, drugstores, and offices across the country. Sharon Hagel is the founder of Space Kids Global, a nonprofit that works to encourage students to pursue careers in STEM field. The organization hosts national essay competitions and speaking engagements at schools aimed to inspire the next generation to pursue careers within the space industry. They secured spots on last year's Blue Origin New Shepard mission, which was a rocket capsule system that lifted passengers 62 miles above the Earth's surface. A couple joined passengers such as investor Marty Allen, entrepreneur Jim Allen, and founder of Commercial Space Technologies, George Nelt. In 2022, that they can't even begin to tell you how excited they are, he told Florida Today. We're very honored to be able to do it, and we're having a lot of fun with it because there is no one to look back at and talk to and say, how did it go? And so we're kind of creating new boundaries here. All right, so Stockton graduated from Princeton, 84 from Berkeley, and 89 from Berkeley as well. He constructed a heavily modified Kittredge Keg 350 two-man submarine in which he has conducted more than 30 dives. I don't understand. How'd the guy make his money, though? I mean, how many trips have they taken? If they're taking 4 people, per trip, you're making $500,000 per trip. You've made 30 trips. That doesn't get you billions of dollars, bro. That doesn't get you that much money. Where do you fucking make your money? Alright, so they're just claiming for their fucking ticket prices. They're just suing to get their tickets back, basically. Although Russia's precise net worth hasn't been publicly documented, it's clear that he's an extremely wealthy man. And according to a family office exchange, his family's money originated from his grandfather, who grew up poor Irish immigrant, but became a Standard Oil director by the age of 33. In 81, Rush earned a captain's rating at the United Airlines Jet Training Institute at 19, received aerospace engineering degree from Princeton University. He wants more people to see the Titanic wreckage. Hamish Harding is an aviation company executive who was on board the missing tourist sub exploring the Titanic shipwreck, according to a now deleted Facebook post from his stepson. Harding has a wife named Linda Harding, 2 sons, and 2 stepchildren. Harding made his fortune as a chairman of the company Action Aviation. Harding and his family live in the United Arab Emirates, the site reported. Daily Mail reported that Harding's company is based in Dubai, although he was born in London, England, and attended Cambridge University. His company sold 30 new and pre-owned business aircraft in 2021. They currently own 4 jets. Okay, so how does he make his money? I don't know. Is it weird to anybody else that there's this many billionaires with this much money and nobody knows how they got their fucking money? There are a lot of high net worth visitors who come into Dubai long term who aren't long term Emirates but are living here and buying aircraft in Dubai. We're a worldwide business, so pre-owned aircraft sales are a worldwide phenomenon. It doesn't make a lot of difference whether you sell the aircraft into a local market you happen to live in or into Colombia. Alright, so he's a plane salesman? Action Aviation, established in '04, is a global sales company in business aviation. Action Aviation offers a wide range of services, including aircraft brokerage, aircraft management, and aircraft financing. I don't know. The only correlation I can see between these billionaires is it doesn't necessarily look like they were shady billionaires. Oh, Juan, I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, hopefully you come back and join us again. We appreciate you leaving your comments. We definitely do. We definitely do. But yeah, it's very weird to me. It's very weird to me that there's people that are that rich and nobody knows why. All right. So I think there's a correlation here. I mean, they're just saying it's an accident, and it may be an accident. It definitely may be an accident. But a lot of billionaires have died. And to me, that's weird. To me, if you have that much money, it's not easy to die, even from health reasons. So, according to Forbes magazine, this is the billionaires who died in 2020, and we're going to remember their lives. So, in a year that will likely be remembered around the world for the devastation, loss of life caused by the coronavirus pandemic, 17 billionaires passed away in 2020. But best as we can tell, none did so after contracting COVID-19. That compares to 23 billionaires who died in 2019. All right, so I didn't even go back to 2019, but I got 20 and 21's numbers, which are crazy. So apparently another 23 billionaires died in 19. So one of the world's richest pandemics No, for the world's richest, the pandemic was surprisingly not the great leveler that it was for the rest of society. In fact, the best known billionaire to contract COVID 19, President Donald Trump, is very much still with us today. Those who have died included a Canton Karios media tycoon, one of South Korea's most successful business leaders, the former CEO of U.S. agribusiness giant Cargill, and the world's richest banker. 10 of the 17 built their own fortunes, one inherited a fortune, and the remaining 6 inherited a fortune and then worked to expand it. So we got Sumner Redstone, CBS Viacom, net worth 2.6. Media mogul for CVS, Blockbuster, MTV, Nickelodeon. Oh, so because he died is probably why what's his name just bought BET and VH1. Do you think they bought that from him? Or is that why they were up for sale? Then we got Lee Kung-hee from Samsung. Oh, why did it say he died though? What did he die from, people? Fucking ads and shit. It's hard to go on the internet these days. How many ads they do. Why is it so hard to find what he died from? So we got the Samsung guy, the chairman of the Korean conglomerate Samsung. He's been the richest person in South Korea since 2007. Convicted of bribing the country's president in 96 and convicted of tax evasion the following decade, he was pardoned for both the crimes. And his son's been running Samsung since 2014. All right, so he's definitely a shady motherfucker. And he was worth 17 billion. Now we got Joseph Safra from Brazil, 23 billion. He's a banker out of Brazil. So yeah, he's a piece of shit for sure. He's probably been laundering money for criminal organizations since the beginning of time. Died of natural causes. Okay, that tells us nothing. All right, next we got Whitney McMillan of Cargill from U.S. worth 5 billion. Agribusiness giant Cargill. Randall Rollins from Rollins Inc. almost 5 billion. Pest control. Hong Kong guy. Oh, he was 90, 74, 90. Dmitry Bosov from Russia died at 52. Oh, and he was whacked. Okay, so he was found in his apartment, suffered a gunshot wound to the head. And that was May of 2020. Yeah, he pissed off somebody. Also May of 2020, Manuel Hovey. Why doesn't it say how the people died, though? 85, 90, 100, 99, 79, 92. They were definitely old. They were definitely old. But only one confirmed as whacked. And then let's see who died in 21. Holy shit. 2,755 billions. So most were older than 80, including the GOP mega donor Sheldon Adelson and the UK tycoon David Barclay, who died in a helicopter accident. Francis Oliver Dassault and the Czech Republic's Peter Kellner. The youngest was a Chinese billionaire Hu Zhu, who founded U.S.-listed real estate brokerage KE Holdings and died at age 50 after an unexpected worsening of illness. Well, that sounds like bullshit. All right, so Sheldon Adelson, he was whacked. I mean, helicopter crash. My bad. Carol Jinkson, Public Supermarkets founder. All right, food again. Home building and insurance industries. Subway billionaire, definitely tied to food also. This guy is Seafood, largest vertical integrated seafood company in North America. Oliver Dassault from France. Another airplane person. Are all the billionaires just from airplanes and food? Chemicals? This guy makes lasers and shit. That's pretty cool. Wayne Hughes, founder of self-storage giant Public Storage. I don't know. I thought there would be some more glaring similarities between the two. I really did. All right, so to me it's weird. We'll probably end the sub video much sooner than right now. But the whole situation is weird to me. I find it highly unusual that all these billionaires, 100+ billionaires in the last 3 years have died. That's gotta be fucking weird. That's gotta be weird. And to me, it kind of sounds like the pedophilic elite who are running things, maybe whacking billionaires not on board with their demonic agenda. Maybe that's the case. That's my conspiracy theory side coming out, but sounds tangible or feasible. Sounds feasible to me.